When you say to yourself, right, you know what you've got to do, right? We all know what we've got to do. We say to ourselves, I should do it this way, or I should do this. And when you don't do that, and then you carry on, you feel, like I always say, doubt is removed by actions. If you're not working, then that's where the doubt seeps in. So I knew things I should have been doing and things I shouldn't have been doing, and I still did them and didn't do them. If you get me. But now I'm listening to myself, and I followed my internal instruction, and it's just given me more passion and more focus and more drive, and I'm doing what I feel I need to do, and it feels good. Anytime anything bad has happened to me, or anytime I've been faced with something that forces me to look at myself or look at the surroundings, it's always worked out for the better. So, you've got to go through the storm to get to the sun, they say. You've got to, it's got to start with the mind. Your mind has to believe in chance, believe in the divine, believe in things to happen for you. You know what I mean? It's got to. You can't. Your mind must create these things before anything else, and then the rest of it, through work ethic, through fighting through the doubts and through the storm, so to speak. Maybe other people's doubts upon you. Fighting through all of that, strengthening. Again, this strengthens your own mind, and then you will break through and succeed. You've got to see it. You've got to have it in. You've got to have that outlook. You can't build something on an unstable foundation. You build something on a shaky foundation, you can even get it high as you can. You can. You can build something on it. You can throw things together and get it up high real quick. But the cracks in that early foundations will start to present itself, and it will start to open up and eventually crumble. And it's a hard crumble. It's a hard fall when you do this. Everyone will look to skip these things and make excuses for these things, the basics. But it catches up on you. You know what I mean? The nights out will catch up on you. The lack of discipline in the it's. I'm going to say the small things, but it's not. As they say, the small things make the big things. What you put into your body, what rest you take. You were saying about you have this place where you go to, and it's like your water. We've got to have these things that strengthen us and guide us to that next level, and that's where I'm at now, and I'm trying to stay. No, I'm not trying, because I'm working for it and I'm doing it. That's it. It's done. I'm engaged fully in it now. I'm fully obsessed and fully committed to being the best version of myself, and that's it. So onwards and upwards we go. There are many young kids who are seeing the path now. There are many parents of young kids who are seeing my path and encouraging their kids into the game of martial arts. And whether you put your child into martial arts or whatever, it allows them to go and conquer whatever they want to. Whether they want to conquer the fight game, they can. Whether they want to go and conquer the business game or whatever route they decide to take, training from martial arts will help them. So I am happy that I have put martial arts in the spotlight in my country and shown it for what it is: true dedication and a beautiful discipline. It is hard at times to get to that stage, but it's about a lot of self-talk. A lot of self-talk with yourself and just being honest with yourself. A lot of people can lie to themselves, but if you're truly honest with yourself, most of us, if not all of us, know the changes we must make or the things we must do in order to become successful or to reach the heights. Where it happens is we just don't do it. I know I've got to get up at 8 a.m. in the morning. I get up at 9 a.m. These are things. I know I shouldn't eat this extra pack of donuts, but you eat them. These are little defeats in yourself. If you simplify it, what time you go to bed, what time you wake up at, if you can control that, if you can control what you put into your mouth, be it food or drink or any of that, if you can control those two things, they are the main things to control. Everything else is. Everything else just falls into place after that. So if you listen to yourself and take care of yourself in this manner, it strengthens your power to conquer anything else. And that's where I have succeeded, and it's also where I've fell short. So this is coming from an experienced talk, and even, as an everyday thing that I must bring it back to the basics. Look after my rest, look after my nutrition, treat my body and my mind like a temple, and then everything else falls into place. I could say, make sure I go training, make sure I keep my training structured. But if I get my rest correct, and if I get my food and nutrition correct, the training is I don't even got to speak on the training, because it's a guaranteed. I have energy. I am excited to go to work. Be it exercise or be it business. So I don't even got to say, I got to make sure I got to be at this training session at this time, or this meeting. That's a given. I'm asleep at a certain time. I'm up at a certain time. I'm eating a specific diet that's going to boost my immunity, my endurance, my mindset, everything else that comes with it. And then it's like I don't want to say a domino effect, because dominoes is knocking it down. It's like a reverse domino effect, It builds it up. In the internal must be correct. It's like listening to external thoughts or external doubts from people that will criticize you or want to see you fail, or it's like a mirror almost. People will project their own insecurities towards you. You know what I mean? It's like it's all external. It does not matter. As long as your internal is strong and correct and focused. Again, it's like a mirror. So my internal is correct, and I'm looking out in such a strong place. It reflects back like a mirror. As long as you in your place are correct and on top of your game to what you need to do and where you're going, everything else around you will fall into shape, and everyone will, take inspiration from that and become that in their own way.
Patience. Patience is a skill we must master. Patience is one of the most valuable skills a human being must master, and I'm working hard to master it, and I feel I'm getting there. So time will show all them. That's it. Right now I'm focused on the bout, focused positivity, good thoughts, and I'll say a prayer for those who try and curse me or try and bring harm to me with these type of things.
There are challenges, of course, every year, every day, every second. There's always challenges. But for me, I am an optimist, true and true. And although there are lots of things going on around the world, but there is lots of opportunity. There's lots of opportunity to adapt, to evolve into something else. All business sectors and all areas are they're forced to look at their ways and adapt and evolve, and that is only good. Anytime you're almost, even if you're forced to look at yourself in the mirror and look at your own practices and your own ways of how you carry yourself, if you're forced to look at that and address that and assess that and make growth through that is only a positive.